you can stop now. Stop! Okay, so today, people, we're going to have a new segment. It's called Political Puppets.
Political puppets.
What are you doing?
That's the kind of the thing. It's very important, so I have to say political puppets.
How do you know it's very important?
You told me.
Oh, yeah.
So,
What was that?
sorry.
So, political puppets, we're going to talk about politics.
What is it?
Haven't a clue. Don't know what it is. Not sure anybody does. But anyway, we're going to have a go. So, we're puppets.
We are.
Yeah, you're a sock puppet.
I am a sock puppet. And you are a slipper puppet.
I am a slipper puppet.
So, where's the politics?
Well, I don't know. I don't know where maybe there's no politics when it comes to puppets. But anyway, political puppets. So, politics is a thing that is invisible, but it affects everyone.
It does.
How do you know?
You told me.
Oh, yeah. So, anyway, you have this thing called a left wing.
A left wing.
Yeah. And you have this thing called a right wing.
A right wing.
Yeah. And there's some people, we're talking about humans now, not puppets. There's some humans who are on the left wing, and then there's some
Puppets.
humans are on the right wing.
So it's like a bird.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a big bird. And the left wing and the right wing must move together or the bird won't fly.
Oh, seems simple.
You would think so. However, there's problems between the left wing and the right wing because they have brains of their own.
They do. What's the point in that?
Well, I don't know, because the bird itself has a brain.
What's the bird?
Well, the bird could be the country, like the people in the country.
So, are the people in the country left wing and right wing?
That's the problem.
Oh,
Yes, they are. Some of them are in the left wing, some of them are in the right wing, which leads to an imbalance and the bird falls from the sky and drops down to the ground.
dead.
Sometimes. So, it's getting the left wing and the right wing to work together.
What are the difference between these two wings?
Well, the left wing did some more or less cares about the people of the country and their best interests and social stuff like hospitals, dentists, where to get the ice cream from, and all that.
Okay, what about the right wing?
The right wing cares about businessmen and women and how to best make them more money.
And who gives them the money?
The people.
And the people agree to this?
Some of them.
Why?
Because they think the left wing is out to get them.
Why?
Because sometimes the left wing cannot be in tune with the business people.
Okay, so how do they work together?
Don't know.
Does anybody know?
No.
So what happens?
Well, it goes into a big fight and then the left wing and the right wing don't agree with each other and nothing gets done.
And what do you call this?
Democracy.
Oh,
And in a democratic country, like the one we're in now, the left wing and the right wing go into a big building and they talk to each other and shout at each other and tell each other how rubbish they're doing. And so at the end of it all, about 4 years or so, they all vote for people from the left wing or the right wing, and then they all get into the big room again, and then they all argue again, and then nothing gets done again, and then they go and have an election.
what's an election?
Well, it's when the people,
The bird?
yeah, the bird itself decides who it wants to go with for the next 4 years, and then that's what happens. And
So the bird chooses between its own wings.
apparently the bird chooses if it wants its left wing to go a little bit faster or its right wing to want to go a little bit faster. And so,
Why don't they vote for both and then both?
well, they can't vote for both.
Why?
I don't think anybody's ever thought of that. Maybe they should vote for both.
So then the bird would fly.
The bird would fly.
The bird would fly.
If only they voted together.
If only they flew together.
And they wouldn't drop from the sky like they do.
So this election,
Yeah.
what happens?
Well, someone from the left wing, someone from the right wing tells the people on TV every 4 years how great they are, how they're going to help everything and help everyone and make sure that the country is great again.
It was bad.
It wasn't so bad, but that's what they say.
And what did they do?
Nothing.
Every time.
Every single time. That's what happens. They promise a lot of stuff, then they run away back to their big offices and they argue with the other people. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have drinks with them and go, wah, 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 wah. What fools this bird is. What fools. They think the left wing and the right wing doesn't like each other. But here we are sitting in a lobby and we're drinking coffee and we're having a great time.
Coffee?
Yeah, it's something that makes you go very fast.
Oh.
And then, so they get into the big building and the cameras are on, so they go, hey, you, this is not right for my constituency.
What's that?
I haven't a clue. I think it's the beak.
Oh, the beak needs friends.
The beak needs friends. So the beak goes, hey, we don't have a job here.
But it has to eat.
Exactly, it has to eat. And that's the big problem. In some countries, the beak doesn't eat.
And what happens then?
Well, then the beak rebels against the left wing or the right wing, and the beak goes, I'm eating everything, and you wings can go and whatever.
Okay, so the beak wins.
The beak wins, but then the beak suddenly turns into a wing.
Why?
Because that's just what happens. Either a left wing or a right wing and it all starts again. And then the beak forgets that it wasn't eaten because it's not hungry anymore. And so the beak goes into a pattern of destruction and decimility.
What's that?
I don't know, I just made it up. And that's exactly what they do. They make it up half the time. So this political thing is not fun. I don't know why we're talking about it.
Because this is like a fun show.
It's supposed to be. And this has turned out to be a little bit of a disaster.
Like politics.
Like politics.
Am I the left wing?
If you want to be.
That means you're the right wing.
Okay, so I stand over here.
And I'll stand over here. What do we do now?
We wait for 4 years.
And then what?
Then we pretend we hate each other.
And then what?
And then the beak elects one of us to go into a big room and tell the other one what to do.
And do I?
No.
What do I do?
You argue with me.
Oh, and then what happens?
We do that for 4 years. Nothing gets done. And then we go back to the people and say, hey, look at me, I'm great.
Hey, look at me, I'm greater.
Greater's not a word.
Doesn't matter, it's politics, we'll make it up.
Yeah. And basically that's what happens. Basically that's politics wrapped up in a beak and a nutshell. We're going to do this again. We're going to talk about politicians the next time.
What politicians?
We're going to make them up.
Okay.
So, goodbye from him.
Goodbye from him.
Hope you enjoyed that.
Hope you learned. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.